I sometimes secretly hope that my companies go out of business to zero. I lose everything. All of you write things on social media.
Hold on.
Full of shit. And then in the dark, I'm gonna fucking defeat. I'm gonna rise like a fucking phoenix and kill all of you motherfuckers.
Get the beer out of there.
Straight up out my mother, straight to the gutter. The trap, you can die. One of the motherfucking others. Yeah, I sold dope to both of them.
Good afternoon, good world. So, wanted to come to you guys on this good Sunday. We're gonna car chronicle that just been on my brain. Well, actually, it was a thought I had a while back, and it left me. And then I keep like hearing people talk about this topic, and so I want to address it with you guys. The notion of, well, back up. There. Oh. I'm doing math. I just got an order in my online juice store, and whenever I see that, I see the dollar amount in my head, it'd be like, okay, what was that order right there? Like, I don't know about you other entrepreneurs that get those notices about somebody buying something. When you see that dollar amount in your head, you can kind of guesstimate or figure out what they purchased. That's what I was just doing. But brings us perfect situation to bring us to what I wanted to talk about. Some people say that if you're an entrepreneur and you got another one. If you're an entrepreneur and you have a 40-hour week or a job, then you're not really an entrepreneur. Fuck out of here. Although I can understand what can lead a person to make that type of statement, I don't fully 100% agree with the statement. Here's why I can say, ooh, that's a big ass rocket foot. I really don't subscribe to the notion of labels to begin with. Secondly, I feel as if you can be an entrepreneur, or if we're talking being honest, the proper term, you could be a business owner as well as have a full-time or part-time type of job. Here's why I say you can. Because let's say, no, I ain't even know let's say, as you know, as you start out your business, you're not going to make tons and tons of money immediately. So how else are you supposed to pay your job? I'm just gonna pay your bills. How else are you supposed to take care of your kids? How else are you supposed to take care of all your day-to-day necessities in those early part of being a business owner? Because unless you got some product that's just booming and is taking the world by storm, and you just got a tremendous, infusion of cash into your business, you're gonna be struggling to begin with. That's the harsh reality of being an entrepreneur, or a business owner rather. The beginning is gonna be tough. The first year is gonna be tough. Some people don't make it out of the first year in their business. Yeah, look at my juice business. I've been running it, but because I'm a one-man show and I do so much other stuff, my marketing has suffered. And some people thought I was just done. That's why I posted yesterday. I was like, hey, I'm still here juicing this shit. I just haven't, done as much marketing as I should. And sure enough, I could put it in the hands of somebody else to do, but I did myself a disservice by holding too hard onto that notion of all money in. that I gotta do everything. I gotta keep all the money in-house. And it hurt me. It honestly hurt me. Because the marketing, just outsourcing my marketing to someone on Fiverr or somebody else, you know, could have saved me a little bit of time, energy, effort, brought some more money to my business, and also took a little bit of stress off my plate, but I haven't. So like I said, I've done myself a disservice with the all money in notion, but I'll get back out there and correct those issues. The thing about it is, I don't want anybody to think that, hey, you can't have a job and be a business owner, entrepreneur as well. That is so far from the truth. Because like I pointed out, guys, in the early days of your business, you're going to need a way to make sure that your bills are paid. You're going to need a way to make sure that your kids are taken care of. You're going to need a way to make sure that your overhead for your business to operate is there. So, if you're not producing enough revenue within your business to where, you know, you're profiting enough to reinvest into your business and grow your business, you got to have some capital somewhere. That capital is not going to magically appear out of anywhere. That capital is going to come in the form of your paycheck from your 40-hour-a-week job. See, I want people to understand that when you have a when you have a job, a regular job, as well as a business, or you've been an entrepreneur, you know, let me take an entrepreneur. You're a business owner and you have a job. You're something that's, in my eyes, my own personal eyes, better than being an entrepreneur. You have now crossed into that true hustler phase. You a bona fide hustler. You're going to get that bread however the fuck it comes. Whether it's attached to a paycheck, or do I got to go out there and make that check? Whether I'm working for somebody in a job that I choose, in a job that I am happy with, in a job that I like to do, I stress the I parts of those. Because when you're a hustler, you ain't clocking into a job that you fucking hate. You ain't clocking into McDonald's. Well, maybe you is if you own that bitch. You ain't clocking into no bullshit job where you struggling to get out of the bed in the morning and you ask yourself, why the fuck am I doing this, God? Why? You're not doing that as a hustler. As a hustler, you found your niche. You found that job that's going to allow you to do what you're going to do. You found that job that gives you the freedom to be able to go out there and say, you know what? I'm going to put 30 hours this week into my own personal business, in addition to the 40 hours a week that I'm putting on this check, because I have the freedom. I have the freedom in my schedule to be able to move and do that. Now, here's the thing. If you perfect that hustling shit, you'll get to the point where your hustles, and notice I put an S on that shit, your hustles will take over what your 40-hour-a-week job was doing. And then you can walk away from that job and be like, well, you know what? I'm done with this job. I got a couple different hustles going on, and this is what it is. I know a couple people that have done very, 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 very good at that shit. And you know, that's why I've always held true to that notion, like, you know, well, I've always looked at people sideways and they be like, oh, well, if you work, you can't be no entrepreneur. First of all, I'm like, why are you trying to label people? Why are you trying to fuck with people's, you know, what they doing? If they work and be an entrepreneur, applaud them. Applaud them, okay? Because there's a lot of lazy motherfuckers in this world that ain't doing shit. And a person that's gonna get out there and go grind and do a job and then go, you know, chase their own dreams and passions, I clap for you if nobody else on this motherfucking earth clap for you. Black power fist to you if nobody else gonna give you black power fist. Pound if nobody else gonna give you a pound. High five if nobody else gonna give you a high five. Congratulations, thank you, keep it up. Keep being a good example to the youth. We need more people like you out there in the world. Because so many people just subscribe to the notion of go to school, get a job, and work. And then we have these people out here that try and get on people. Oh, you're not an entrepreneur. You're not a true entrepreneur. Why you even give a fuck? Why? Why is that even your business? What they do for their money, what they do to survive, what they do to provide for their kids, their family. You know, let's get away from, you know, trying to speak negatively in regards to people's passions or whatever they're doing in this world. Let's not look at their situations like, oh, well, you ain't no true entrepreneur. Me, I don't give a fuck. Once I hear you say some shit like that, the hater card gets fucking flipped in my head, and that's what you are in my mind now. You got bad energy, and I don't want anything to do with you. But I will say this. I don't think you're an entrepreneur if you have a 40-hour-week job. So yes, I do agree with that statement in a sense. Only because I feel like you have ventured into that true hustler category. And I don't want people to think hustler is, you know, all in the streets. Hustling is just not in the streets. You guys gotta stop that. When you grinding, you hustling, you getting it, however it is, you get it. It's wild. It's wild to hear the conversation that people have. But at the same time, what are you doing to help those people? If you're gonna say something to build somebody down, you gotta build them up. One thing that I learned when I was coaching Pop Warner football is that when you're working with kids in youth sports, you break them down and then you build them up. You do not break a kid down without immediately building them up. And what I mean in that is saying you don't tell a kid what they did wrong on that field without immediately correcting them and showing them how to get better. And I apply that concept in life. I refuse to speak on somebody's life in a negative manner or break them down without immediately trying to give a suggestion or an idea or a way to improve upon that situation. And if we adopted that same concept generally and universally, I think the world would be a better place. You know, because correction and critique are needed. You know, you should never run away from constructive criticism. I actually embrace that shit because I believe iron sharpens iron. So if I fuck up, tell me. And I this has been me for years. Like I spit facts, and I tell anybody, fact check what I say. Google that shit. If I speak wrong, correct me. Because chances are I've already Googled what I'm about to let come out my mouth. I've already looked up. I've already read about it. I researched it. And some people are like, oh, you just speak so like you know everything. No, I speak with a level of confidence because I'm very confident in what I've just researched. I'm very confident in those facts that I'm about to let come out my mouth. And yes, I do get a little excited when I'm having an intellectual discussion and I start hearing people talk dumb shit. And I be like, ooh, they ain't do no research. Ooh, shit, I'm finna eat their ass alive. So yes, I do get a little arrogant, a little conceited, a little boastful, a little prideful, a little everything when I spot a sucker talking that dumb shit. And I know they dumb talking that dumb shit because I be like, ooh, I'm finna eat their ass up. But aside from that, you know, you never break somebody down without immediately building them up. So those that say people who are not entrepreneurs that still have jobs, please stop that because you're just being a hater. That's really all it is. Because what businesses of yours, how they get their money? What business is it of yours, how they provide for their family? Or is it that you're really hating because your dumb ass out there decided to give up your halfway decent job to go chase some pipe dream that really ain't panning out in the first year, you know, giving you no profits, and you struggling to pay your child support, you struggling to pay your, you know what I'm saying, your car note, you struggling to pay your bills, you struggling to do this, so you letting all that strife weigh on your head instead of saying, you know what, let me go get me a little job that can, you know, I can solidify myself. I can give myself a good basis I can take care of all my bills. Because this is a little tip. Get you a job. Solidify your month-to-month bills. Make sure that you have enough coming in on a regular to take care of your month-to-month bills. Call it monthly overhead, if you will. Put it in business terms. Have enough to cover your base. Those reoccurring bills that you know coming around every month, have enough to cover them. If your job or your little job, 20, 40-hour week job, take care of that, and then you still have enough time and energy to invest in a business and try and build your business, guess where your profits now go from your business? You can reinvest your profits into your business and grow your business faster. Like, I've done it. Hell, I got a homegirl who has done it a lot better than myself. I truly believe iron sharpens iron. I watch my dog do it. Like, you know, I'm hesitant. You know, my dog Marcy, I've seen her grind, and you know, I gotta give her flowers. Like, my dog literally reinvests her profits into her business, and I've seen her grow her business steadily over years. I won't go into detail, but Chic 83 Boutique on Instagram, check her out. I watched that business grow from here to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Marcy. And she applied that concept. My dog never gave up her job. And what having a job and being a business owner also gives you is stability. And when you're a business owner, entrepreneur, stability is so fucking valuable. Because there are going to be a lot of sleepless nights. There are going to be a lot of invoices that you're looking at and wondering, how am I going to pay this invoice? How am I going to cover that invoice? Damn, this invoice is going to be late. Damn, this one is already past due. You're going to need a way to give yourself some peace of mind when you know you got this instability coming. When you have that unknown coming. So please do not feel a certain type of way, or let these people that tell you that if you're an entrepreneur, you shouldn't have a 40-hour week job. If you're a 40-hour week, you can't be an entrepreneur. Fuck them. Tell them Vaughn said fuck you. Because that's hating, and we don't do that around here. All we do is speak energy. We speak positive energy into the world. I know I just said something very harsh, but hey, fuck them. It is what it is. Hater. You can still have a job and be an entrepreneur. Do not fall for that trap, guys. Don't feel no type of way. It also, like I said, it actually, in my opinion, puts you into another class of individual that's a little bit better than an entrepreneur. Because, you know, by entrepreneur is just somebody who starts a business trying, you know, start a business to, you know, make their own money. A hustler getting that bag however it comes. A hustler gonna get that bag however it comes. You hear me? Whether it's a paycheck that they created or that they work at a job of their choice. Because hustlers don't do bullshit jobs, right? Hustlers ain't working, you know, bullshit jobs that they don't want to. Now, they may take a job as a means to an end and be like, hey, well, you know, I could go work over here for 2 months at X amount of dollars an hour for this many hours, and that's gonna give me X amount of dollars, and then I can take that money and then invest that, or take that and do that, and that with it. That's how a hustler's mind works. A regular worker gonna look at that job and be like, well, I get paid every 2 weeks, and you know, I'll worry about my check, what I'm gonna do with that check when I get my check in 2 weeks. A hustler's gonna plan that shit out. They got an exit strategy in place. Come on, man. Like, don't be hating on people because they choose to work and then get out there and hustle and grind. Because what's not talked about in the story of Amazon, people love to holler about entrepreneurs and bring up Jeff Bezos and Amazon. That man started Amazon in the garage of his house. But what they don't talk about, and we kind of just glossed over it recently, within the last year, when Jeff Bezos got divorced, his wife got almost half his fortune, and the man ain't fight it not one fucking bit. Told her he gonna give her the cash up front, just let me keep my stock, just let me. They worked out a deal where I'm gonna give you all this up front, give me my Amazon stock. She was like, well, fuck, keep the Amazon stock, give me my bread. And then she went and gave a bunch of HBCUs money, but that's a whole nother conversation. But she got all that money. Jeff Bezos gave her all that bread and they divorced. But why did Jeff Bezos give her all that bread and they divorced? Because in the early days of Amazon, when Amazon was started in the garage of their house. But what is not talked about is there was a lot of sleepless nights. There was a lot of unpaid invoices. There was a lot of, thoughts of scrapping the whole company because he was not bringing any money. And yes, it was started in the garage of a house. But what they don't talk about is that Jeff Bezos' wife was the one that was paying the mortgage on that house where that garage was at while he was trying to start that company. Jeff Bezos' wife was paying me electric bill, the light, the water bill, feeding them, investing capital into Amazon to keep Amazon going when there was no money coming in from profits. They had no revenue coming in. She was investing her paycheck into Amazon and paying the bills in the house, and grew that company. They both grew that company. So when they divorced, it was a no-brainer. Jeff Bezos wasn't gonna fight her if she didn't put that paycheck into Amazon. Amazon would not be Amazon. So that's why he gave her all that goddamn money. Jeff Bezos, true enough, he was an entrepreneur, but behind that entrepreneurial pursuit was a paycheck. And please don't lose sight of that. Because some people have you believe that if you're an entrepreneur, you shouldn't have a paycheck job. And that's bullshit. It's so much bullshit. Because it's times that you're not going to have profits coming in as an entrepreneur. It's going to be times that you're going to be spending out more than you bring it in. And you're going to have capital to reinvest into your business. Where's that capital going to come from? You can take loans. You go out there and try and find an angel investor. But guess what? That shit's not easy. Or you can take your paycheck and invest into your business. But if you subscribe to that notion that real entrepreneurs don't have jobs, you got no paycheck to fall back on. So I really think that notion is really a trap. It's a trap to get people back into the work world, because if you believe that real entrepreneurs should not have jobs and you quit your job to be an entrepreneur, and that, like I told you, within that first year, shit's rough. Woo! Shit rough as a business owner within that first year. I forget the statistics, but a lot of the businesses fail within that first year. So within that first year, you're not really bringing in much profits. There's going to be a lot of strife. There's going to be a lot of struggle. And if you don't have a paycheck to take care of your monthly expenses, and B, to provide some type of capital to invest in your business, how are you going to grow that business? You're going to be struggling like a motherfucker. But if you don't subscribe to the notion that, entrepreneurs don't have 40-hour, don't have jobs, guess what? You'll have something to fall back on when those profits start to slack up. You'll have something to fall back on when you come to a point where you've paid out invoices and you got orders and you realize, like, shit, I ain't really got that much money in the business account. You can have another account to kind of reach on and keep you going. So please, guys, do not fall victim to that notion that if you are an entrepreneur, you cannot have a job. Get the fuck out of here with that thought process, because that is so flawed. I believe it's flawed logic. I just do. It's dangerous, because once those people fail, and then they already subscribing to the logic that if you work, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur, and if you're an entrepreneur, you shouldn't work. So they went out there, tried being an entrepreneur, it failed on them, and now they just go back into being that 40-hour-week slave, you know, and that's dangerous. So like I said, I really do think that's a backwards, like some backwards bait in a retarded, weird, crazy kind of way. But I say this to say, I say all that to say this. If you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, what have you, and you still work to get a paycheck, whatever you want to label yourself, label it. Anybody challenge it? Tell them fuck you. Get a dick. Now, I want to say that you elevating and you going to a whole nother level. You now in that hustling phase. As my dog Raven say, entrepreneur hustler. And to take us out, one of Jeezy, one of my favorite songs.
I sometimes secretly
Listen.
hope that my companies go out of business to zero.
This is
I
pressure
lose
right here.
everything. All of you write things on social media that I
This is the
actually
unnecessary
suck,
pressure that I be talking about.
And then in the dirt with a fucking
I'm gonna run it back one more time so y'all can hear it. Gary Vaynerchuk.
is not an option. I prefer to lose.
For the loop.
I sometimes secretly hope that my companies go out of business to zero. I lose everything. All of you write things on social media that I actually suck, that was full of shit. And then in the dirt with a fucking defeat, I'm gonna rise like a fucking phoenix and kill all you motherfuckers.
Kill all you motherfuckers. That's the grind, the hustle. I be doing.
Straight up out my mother, straight to the gutter. You can die, one of the motherfucking others. Yeah, I sold dope to both of my uncles. Should be ashamed. Then my cousin in, she waited my
Get the bag, how the fuck the bag come? 40 hours, however it come. Don't let nobody tell you how to get your money, y'all. Become an entrepreneur. Trap. Get it.
What you know about the first and
What you know about the first and third? You ever experienced that shit? Like, you experience shit like that? You shouldn't definitely give a fuck when nobody tell you, because you come from some of the worst in society. So wherever you go, there's a bonus, there's a plus. Fuck anybody that tells you that you anything but success. Like, I can't stress that enough. That's Von's Car Chronicles for the day. Peace. I love y'all. I gotta go put some air in my tire.